Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. And thank you, Orlando, both of you for organizing this extraordinary thing that will go on and on and on and on. I want to read a poem to begin called Cracking 100, since it was 109 today here in Tucson, and has been over 100 for many days now. This appeared in this anthology called What Saves Us, put together by Martina Espada, and these are poems of resistance. Cracking 100, and with a nod to Terry Acevedo, who told me this story. Near the border, preschoolers worry about butterflies. How can they fly over the wall? 50 feet tall, thick steel plates would sear delicate wings. And lizards, miss, how can they get through? Small fingers draw orange wings crashing into steel, lizards hanging their blue heads. Y el tigre, severing ancient migration paths, the wall will ensure the jaguar's end. Just after Cinco de Mayo, daytime temps crack the knuckles of 100, 10 degrees above normal. No wall can stop rising heat, the death of coral reefs, or the governor calling for the National Guard to secure the border. In holding cells, children separated from deported parents wait for a future no one can predict. And in the San Joaquin Valley, strawberries and tomatoes rot in fields. Farmers wonder where the pickers have gone. Immaculate in his Armani suit, the president tweets for congressional support to build his wall, calls for a prayer meeting in the Oval Office. You can hear Bible hymns hum behind bulletproof doors, across the lush White House lawn, where monarch butterflies, who've migrated all the way from Mexico, land on bright rose petals, tended by hands the same color as earth that nourishes them. And I'd like to read, I've got to pull up these poems, some new poems, and I hope you can see these. Sorry, our printers both wouldn't work today, so I have to read off the screen. Okay. So this one's called Who Said Facts Make Humans Calmer? Another pandemic poem. Instead of checking the net, horrified that our Arizona infection rate doubled today, I write small poems, small enough to curl like stunned finches in the palms of my soap-chapped hands, large enough to become a double ventilator for grandparents in New Rochelle our president thinks should be sacrificed on Prophet's Bitcoin altar. Instead of TV breaking news flashing the last breaths of a beloved 36-year-old principal in the Bronx, or the smiling Iowa mother of 6, breast cancer survivor, I mix fetid clots of fish mulch in water to feed tight-fisted gardenia buds, plumeria's huge rubber leaves, star jasmine, tangerine, tangelo, and lime trees, the 2 gangly diplodenia who surprised me by surviving another tough winter, and tiny butter lettuce the size of my pinky nails in a pot on the porch. I am glad to strain my back lifting buckets of plant food. At least this pain is familiar, not the anxiety of strangling on my own mucus ossified lungs, nor the threat of emergency rooms packed with the dying and their stench, I imagine, is like the corpse smell of fertilizer, fish flesh rotting on a beach. Sorry, I have to scroll up. It takes so long. Here. Okay. And this one is called This Waltz. I've never waltzed, so I don't even know how to do a waltz, but this is called This Waltz. This waltz is new to us, no touch, just circling one another slow, like Arctic wolves do at the overlap of territory. To shop or gas up, we don masks, sterile gloves, our minds fixed on a virus with hooks to snag our lungs. This waltz is new, not like our tango of legs in mango bed sheets, or arms snarled behind each other's sweating necks. No one wants to sweat now. A fever throws up a death flag. We all just want to breathe. This waltz is the distance between the heartbeats of stones. No ballroom class where we mashed into one another's hips. Like winter monks, we hunker in mud huts, swabbing them down with alcohol wipes, bleach, and fear. This waltz of isolation circles our endangered globe, clearing sky of vapor trails, factory blasts, or constant airline roar. Our arms unlearned caress, hands scrubbed raw as we shelter over our screens for roll calls of infections, crematoria ash, hallelujahs lifting on a spring breeze. And whoa, Bill is kind. He's okay. One more if I can get down to it. Sorry, it takes me so long. Okay, hiking the pandemic, last poem. After breakfast, my dog and I set out. Rather, I do, running in place backward to cajole her. Good girl, come on, Zaz, good girl. No one appears to note my maniacal hands beckoning her away from sniffing every plant for last night's coyote pee. The neighbors' wrought iron gates are locked against vandals, thieves, and the virus who'd steal it all. Sunday, and from the lockdown city, no motor guns as we descend broken rock into the arroyo, then climb the steep hill between fat saguaros, barrel cactus, thorny mesquite, blue, white, and cerise wildflowers, so small I crouch on my hands and knees. Tinier than a kitten's milk teeth, they remind me of their cousins in the Himalayas above 14,000 feet. How long ago it seems. These sheltering weeks are sloth steps to a flooded river. Each day a year's worth of strangling deaths in crammed hospitals all over the globe. Police, teachers, prisoners, graduate students, prime ministers, plumbers, a true democracy of suffering. Beyond exhaustion, doctors, nurses, quarantined from their families, wave through glass. While Zazu wanders, chewing random tufts of green, I squat on a rock in sun, pondering the mystery of doom, how it sucks breathable air from any room, how an unfolding newspaper or breaking report on CNN triggers anxiety attacks. It's the waiting, the waiting, the waiting. Across the trail, I see an amethyst-colored quartz, not white or clear or rose like the rest, amethyst. I think lilacs, wishing I could smell them one more time. Admiring its crystal gleam, I notice the web waft up, focus on the 1,000 white, tiny corpses of night insects caught there. Their deaths are beautiful in this early gold light. Near them, I stack a small cairn. I'll be back. For the beauty of that rare lilac stone, I can wait. The spider will move on. Thank you.